from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling, episode 115. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my left is Scholar Tarek.
Hello, my good man.
Okay.
Is this the emergency release button? You bet.
I don't understand references.
Good.
And to my other left is Scholar Brian. What's up, sir?
Hi.
Wow, this is the most understated intro we've ever done. But
well, you're just confused with my intro because I won't say
Okay.
where I got my reference from.
Short, obvious, and to the point.
And he's just generic.
Yes.
He's the real El Generico right now.
Hey, you want to talk about generic? That's pretty much what I thought of this week's WWE Pay-Per-View Payback.
Yeah, pretty much. It was good wrestling. Nothing really happened. Just like other than the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest news coming out of the pay-per-view was obviously the Enzo Amore concussion.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, as I said in the predictions, it was pretty much a lock, stock, barrel. You knew what was going to happen coming in. I didn't expect Owens to beat Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that. But other than that, it was pretty much paint by numbers.
Yeah, I really didn't think... It seemed plausible to me. Like, again, I think we talked about, as far as something like Owens and Zayn, there's so many different ways that can be done, and done well.
And the
again,
match,
it could have been, that was okay.
The match itself for me was fantastic. That was exactly what they needed to get the crowd back into it after the.
So are we just going through the event now? So, or are we saving our real thoughts for each match later?
Well, honestly, I don't have much to say about every single match.
Well, we'll just talk. Well, if anything, we'll just talk about
Highlights?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, for me, Owens versus Zayn was one of the highlights. And the weird ending for our main event are really just the only two things I really remember.
I wouldn't even really say it was weird. Like, I could see it coming from the moment that they said Shane and Stephanie were gonna be
Told you.
We're gonna
Yep.
run
Raw.
And
Yeah.
as soon as they said that, I was like, "There's gonna be shenanigans in the main event, aren't there?" And were there.
I will say, AJ Styles and Roman Reigns do actually have really good chemistry together.
That I will agree.
Yeah, and also, okay, I don't know if it was accidental or whatever. The DQ. Okay, I'm not quite certain that it was that particular action for the DQ was because that looked like
punch.
No, it looked like Roman Reigns went for the gut punch, completely missed, and hit him in the junk instead. So and then the referee was like, "Well, there needs to be a disqualification somewhere. Ring the bell." That's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rewatch that part again because I didn't catch that.
I tried rewatched that a couple of times, and I'm just like, is it hitting him in the gut, and he was supposed to hit him in the manhood, or
no? I think he legitimately hit him in the manhood, but he wasn't supposed to. That's kind of what it felt like. Because it's always like that. They jump up, you punch, you hit him in the gut. Okay, so I was like, maybe Roman Reigns decided to get the DQ out of the way early and just go straight for the jump. I don't know.
When in doubt, go straight for the jump.
Yeah, that was one thing where I was like, was that intentional, or was that accidental and it just worked out?
The answer is yes.
Yeah. But you also had Jericho and Ambrose, which those two matches, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and Ambrose and Jericho, were what I was most looking forward to was what I was most looking forward to going into the pay-per-view, and that's why I'm coming out with this pay-per-view with mostly good things to say about it, because the matches I wanted to deliver did. And the ones that I expected wouldn't delivered over my expectations. Except for one. Fuck that women's match. That's it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna second that with him. I got nothing else to say, but yeah, to hell with that women's match. I like both competitors. It seemed like it became less about the women's title match and more about, Ric Flair and Bret Hart being there.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't remember that.
And,
I mean, the image
Chicago,
at the end with the dueling sharpshooters was alright, was pretty cool. But
And when you get a moment when you have to have Charles Robinson part of the story, I don't approve.
Little Nate is back!
Yeah, Little Nate may be back, but Little Nate this is actually the truth, people. Charles Robinson at a house show in Reading, Pennsylvania. After the show, he was taking apart the ring. I stayed there and watched, and I'm just like, yeah, Charles Robinson, yeah. And what does he do? He blows me a kiss. No joke. The man blew me a kiss. That's why Charles Robinson will always be my enemy. Little Nate is a big no for me.
Little Nate loves you, Tarek.
Yeah, apparently.
But
It was
Little
awkward.
Nate's love you a long time.
And it's awkward.
And it's weird.
It's always been weird.
And it's weird.
As for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for me, great match. I cannot believe it ended like that. Like, whoa, really? Kevin Owens?
Sami Zayn shall never win a singles match. Ever!
He will eventually.
And now they're throwing them both in the Intercontinental title match. I'm not talking about the match. Shut up. Shut up, I'm not talking about it. It's just, it feels weird to me. Shut up. It feels weird to me that, like, Raw, at least their segment ended Raw with Sami Zayn holding the Intercontinental Championship. And I was like, Sami, you lost the match. You kind of really should, booking wise, you really shouldn't be in this, because what more do you have to prove other than, go get thrown into the United States Battle Royal, which Kalisto is now going to be branded as the new Giant Killer. Being booked with Rusev.
Hey, that could be fun. Hey, at least it's something, right?
It's rehashing the Rey Mysterio storyline all over again.
Just
I kind of wanted... I said it when we were watching Raw, because I forgot that the League of Nations had kind of broken up. I was
yeah.
I kind of want Sheamus to win, take the United States title, and then Bray Wyatt comes back as the big face, and they're fighting for the title. Okay, so Bray Wyatt's finally fighting for a championship. Doesn't matter which one to me, as long as he's got one. But
instead, we get the Bulgarian
Brute who calls Kalisto Mexican trash on SmackDown.
And he said in an interview he's going to eat his heart.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is going to be an interesting feud.
Yeah.
So
It's better than
his next feud is going to be with Sheamus. Apparently, he's going to face every member of the former League of Nations.
Ugh.
Hey, it's something.
Sheamus counts as a giant, at least to Kalisto.
Everybody counts as a giant to Kalisto.
I count as a giant to Kalisto.
Would you say Rey Mysterio is a giant to Kalisto?
I wouldn't say Rey Mysterio is a giant to
So
anybody.
not everyone. Damn you.
That's right. Well, Rey Mysterio on steroids is a giant to...
Booyaka, booyaka. I'm on roids.
Booyaka, booyaka. Pop my veins. Oh, booyaka, booyaka. Where did that come from?
I don't know. This suddenly took a very odd turn of events.
You know what? Let's just give our final thoughts and ratings for the event.
Thank you. Screw transitions. Final thoughts and ratings.
Nothing else can be said. What we talked about. It was great. It was good wrestling. Storytelling, not so much. It was fun. It was just there. So it was generic. So I'm gonna give it a generic rating of classic goatee, a 3.
Agreed.
nothing so egregiously bad that it would drop from a classic OT. The women's match was close.
Almost.
Yeah. But nothing really happened except for the concussion. Pretty much everything was paint by numbers. The wrestling was good. It's exactly what... It was perfectly acceptable pay-per-view. So, yeah, classic OT.
3 out of 5. It sure was wrestling.
Yeah, it was there. Nothing that... It was, as Tarek said. Generic. Everything that I expected. Most of the stuff that happened. A little surprised with the Kevin Owens victory, but the match itself was great.
And the moment with Enzo was very scary.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we want to just touch upon this while we're talking about it? Just
might as
what
well,
happened
since
with
it's probably
Enzo?
going to come up.
Well, we might as well make that at the transition.
Let's face at the beginning of the show. Okay, I've said it before. I'll say it again. These two guys. Okay. Other than Nakamura. Cut you off at the pass.
I don't even know what you were going to say.
Cut you off at the pass.
Still
These two guys are the most... They've been there for 3 weeks to a month now, and they're the most over guys on the roster.
Yeah.
Biting my tongue. I'm not that much of a Nakamura fanboy.
Big Cass, okay, showed off his mic skills at the pay-per-view and on Raw. Monday night, showing that if they do decide to break these two up at some point, fuck you if you do.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
But
no.
the Big Cass can stand on his own.
Mm-hmm.
He's what the WWE wants Roman Reigns to be. He's got it. Roman Reigns does not. The match itself, okay, was 2 minutes long. Legit.
Mm-hmm.
Enzo Amore, I don't know what he was trying to do, whether he was trying to do the... whether he was supposed to be getting chucked out of the ring, and he landed like that, or he was trying to do some kind of hop off the rope kind of thing with his body, and ended up hitting his neck.
From what I understand, that wasn't even what rung his bell. He got his bell rung.
I know he smacked the ring on the way down.
Yeah, but there was actually the second hit. The first hit was actually from a knee from, I think, I don't know, Simon Gotch?
Yeah, Simon Gotch was in the ring with Enzo at the time. I didn't know about the knee.
I don't think anybody did.
But, so his bell was clearly wrong at that, but I don't know what the move was supposed to be, whether it was just a regular rope toss and he went down because of it, or it was supposed to be some sort of move, but he hit that rope underneath the chin, snapped his head back, slammed it into the ring apron, and then just dropped.
Saw stars.
And then just dropped to the.
I'll just give me a minute.
Dropped to the outside, and no movement was out.
Look, stars! Ready when you are, Raul.
I knew it was coming.
When he was down, I thought he was dead. That's how he looked when he first hit the ground. I didn't see chest movement. I didn't see anything. He was just out, in position, limp as a rug. I was getting flashbacks.
Yeah, that's... at first I just thought it was, okay, a little bit of a sell job. Yeah, that's...
But that was immediate X from the referee.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
The stretcher was out there within 30 seconds. Kudos.
You even saw Xavier Woods, his face. Once the X went up, you just saw Xavier Woods just go, oh shit, something's wrong. Something's wrong here.
The pizzas went down on the ground.
Poor pizzas.
The New Day had their serious faces on. You can see Big Cass crying in the background. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, this is real. This is really bad.
Yeah.
And apparently, okay, when the cameras cut, they were performing CPR.
Oh boy.
When the cameras cut to Michael Cole and the announcers at that point, they were performing CPR.
Oof.
That's crazy.
And then and then when he started going again is when they put the cameras back on him. Mm-hmm. And you saw the chest go in and everything was cool. And I thought he broke his neck.
Yeah,
legitimately. Them coming out and saying it was only a concussion.
He was lucky.
Dude got really lucky.
He really did.
You know he's gonna have something really awesome to say just coming back from this.
Oh yeah,
I'm not even gonna try and mimic anything. It's just
his speech is going to turn into toughest guy in the room.
How you doing?
Not toughest guy in the room. How you doing?
Did anyone else see the meme of him talking to Joey's from Friends doctor character he played? It's like, how you doing? And you just see the big grin on his face. Yeah, that was great. In case anyone really hasn't noticed, we kind of did transition into our peeking behind the curtain and checking in on a little
backstage news.
Very subtle, everyone. It's like, whoops.
Tried to catch me off guard there.
I didn't even know that was coming.
Well, I feel like we kind of had to do it. It's like it just felt like something was missing to me.
But backstage news, backstage news, and we'll move in the backstage news. But speaking of which, did anyone see the selfie that Kevin Owens took with Enzo and Cass in the hospital?
I saw that night.
I know, so did I.
It was great. Kevin Owens was like the main focal point of the event.
And I mean, like, it was 15 minutes after the show ended that it got put up. So
it was brilliant.
Yeah. And then you got Enzo acting all hard when he walks out, when he's out of the hospital. When the picture where he's actually out of the hospital, staring in the camera with the jerseys, with his little jersey hand signals going, and that turned into a meme that apparently people hate, but whatever.
Did it? What meme?
See, it couldn't have been a good
one that I put up on Facebook. It was bada bing, bada boom. Just got out the hospital room. How you doing?
Hey, it's something.
Yeah, and it's
silly.
I'm just happy he's gonna be all right. That was legitimately scary.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Hey,
people hate this. I think it's kind of funny.
It is funny.
Speaking of which, speaking of hospitals, did you hear about Bobby Heenan? Apparently, he got hospitalized.
I just heard about this today.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
It is very upsetting. Do they have any reason why? Like, what happened?
Yeah, apparently he's old and he took a fall.
Oh, well, yeah, he's old.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's
gonna happen at his age.
Yeah, really.
What is he, like mid-70s now?
It's got to be something like that. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but I know.
Yeah, mid-70s. You take a fall, you break bones.
Yeah, really.
That's it. Doesn't matter what kind of fall it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of odd. Mean Gene Okerlund, of all people, was the first person I saw to break the news.
Oh, come on, Bobby Heenan and Mean Gene.
Mm-hmm.
He's 71.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing the research, sir.
Of course.
Bobby Heenan and Mean Gene. Of course it would be Mean Gene who breaks the news.
Still,
why would you expect anything less?
I don't. It just struck me as a little odd at the time. Like, wait a minute. How does Mean Gene know about all this? Like, why was he the first?
Because I'm sure the family doesn't want to post about it right away. So they let the close friends know. And then they did whatever they wanted to with it.
That's fair. Look at you making sense.
Yeah, sometimes the logic does work.
That's why you're a scholar of wrestling.
Yes.
Bum.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Speaking of which, have you heard this one too? Apparently, next month, or I forget when this is, Mick Foley is going to be running the Shane McMahon tell-all interview for the WWE Network in lieu of the Stone Cold podcast.
I'm actually surprised that it didn't get a Stone Cold podcast already.
Well, supposedly it was going to, but there actually was a legitimate reason why he didn't. Apparently, Austin is taking some time off to have some shoulder surgery.
Oh, geez. Yeah, okay. Then makes sense.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense then.
Yeah, Austin...
There's no feud.
Yes,
between
Austin
Stone
made
Cold
that
and Shane.
very, very clear that, this is not... There's no heat with anybody. Everything's fine. I'm just got a little boo-boo.
I gotta take care of myself before I take care of everybody else.
It's okay, I got a boo-boo.
What?
I got a boo-boo.
I said I got a boo-boo.
They're gonna patch it up. I'm gonna drink some beer and be back on the podcast soon enough. That's it.
Gonna have some hot nurses.
Get some sponge baths.
What?
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop this.
Kiss and make it all better.
Yeah, what?
Gonna get a lollipop. What? For my boo-boo. What?
Get out.
Bring me a beer, nurse.
Okay, this has gone on far enough.
If Stone Cold ever listened to this episode, he'll just be like, what a bunch of stupid son of bitches.
Now I gotta go for my boo-boo surgery. What?
Stop it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. But in the meantime, speaking of, I've got no transition for this. Ryback.
I think this is one of the big stories that came out of this week.
Yeah, it really is. Just with the rant he went on Tumblr of all places. I didn't even know he was on Tumblr.
Neither did I. And just from what he did on the pre-show was just brilliant. Mimicking CM Punk, because they're in Chicago, mimicking CM Punk's entrance. And then what he had on his belt, the pre-show stopper. I'm just like, I like it. Then I'm like, yeah, he's taking advantage of the situation. I hope we get to see more of this. Nope. Never mind. And because of contract disputes, he is,
Ryback.
he was sent home. Silly.
Apparently, something about equal pay.
Yeah, I read that, and I'm like, you know what? To an extent, I understand what he's talking about, but it's kind of like the movie. It's like a movie. Like, you don't see like secondary characters getting the same pay as like the stars of the movie.
Exactly. You've got the guys like John Cena who go out and do... I'm going to say nice things about John Cena.
It does
There's
happen.
not a
Yes, indeed.
He goes out. He does the most publicity for the WWE. He does the movies. He does the Make-A-Wish. So yeah, he deserves more money because he does all the extra stuff.
Plus, like it or not,
he's a draw.
Yeah,
he is the draw of the WWE at the moment. Okay, he's the guy. They're trying to say it's Roman Reigns. No, it's still John Cena at the moment.
Ba.
Okay, so
it's never gonna be Roman Reigns as much as they want it.
No.
Once John Cena's gone, it's still not gonna be him.
So of course John Cena's gonna make more money than people like Ryback, who you don't really see doing the extra stuff. Okay, equal pay is all well and good. It's a good idea, but you have to put in to get. Okay, and what is the equal pay about? Like, you want guys like Heath Slater making the same amount of money as guys like John Cena and Roman Reigns? Because I'm sure that Roman Reigns makes bank.
Yeah.
Okay, you want the guys like the Social Outcasts to be making the same amount of money as those two? No, it's not
and
going to happen.
realistically, you can't.
It's not going to happen. So if you're talking about yourself, all right, fair enough. You've done some things. You've been in good programs. You haven't done shit for the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna do a contract dispute now. I'm now starting to understand why he wasn't on TV before Payback.
Mm-hmm.
I even mentioned it before because of how him complaining. I said it last week. Him complaining about being on the pre-show. Him and Kalisto being on the pre-show and basically his spot on the card.
It suddenly makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one of those. If it was somebody else, I would agree with the sentiment. If it was, but Ryback, it kind of makes no sense to me.
In what way?
It's he's already been in enough trouble with the office and with outside sources. Say what you want about CM Punk, but CM Punk has a lot of sway, and he had a lot of sway when he was actually in the WWE because he kept talking about quitting so much. So he had a lot of sway. He got a lot of things done, and Ryback kept getting pushed back down the card because of stuff that people like CM Punk were saying, and now, okay, you turn heel, you're going for the United States title, and suddenly you want the same pay as John Cena and Roman Reigns. It doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't know whether the contract negotiations you were going through, you thought that they lowballed you. You're not that good. Okay, I'll just come out and say it. I'll just come out and say it. You're not that good.
Mediocre?
So I understand. I understand the sentiment. Okay, equal pay for all superstars. It doesn't work that way. It never has. It never will. And someone like Ryback is not the right person to champion the cause.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's a good idea, but wrong person.
So just go home and enjoy some Rice Krispie treats.
And he's not someone like CM Punk or Stone Cold where it's
their voices will be heard and actually will mean something compared to Ryback's.
And that's why CM Punk and Stone Cold walked out in the first place. Okay, because they thought that they were getting treated poorly, so they walked out. Ryback doesn't have that kind of power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he doesn't feel like he's being treated fairly. The WWE sends him home. He doesn't walk out.
The WWE just doesn't care.
They sent him to his room. Exactly.
They sat him in a corner and said, "Think about what you just did." Okay, so Ryback, no, it's a good idea for somebody else, but not for you, buddy. You don't. They probably gave you the offer that was correct, and you think that you're worth more than you really are. And no.
My gut is telling me that there's more going into this story than I think either side is letting on yet. When this all ends, I think some new information is going to come out on this about what exactly Ryback wanted. That's, I don't know, I think we're going to see something that we might not have expected with this. So, I don't know. Time will tell, I guess.
Time will tell, and time will tell will be people asking CM Punk, "Hey, since Ryback's gone, what are your odds of going back to WWE?"
What's
it's
WWE?
Better. It's better.
By like 0.00001 at this point.
It's like, oh, Ryback's gone?
You're technically right.
It's like, Ryback's gone? Maybe.
Ryback's gone, but I still have to deal with Vince McMahon and Triple H. No, I'm good. That's it.
It's like, maybe. No, I'm not. Possibly.
Yeah.
Not really.
Hey, speaking of which, have you guys been watching the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
That is glorious.
Have you seen the last one?
I
Yes.
haven't.
It was fantastic, dude.
No, I haven't. Don't tell me anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. If I wasn't here, you would go ahead and talk about it. But I'm just gonna close my ears right now. I'm just not hearing it. You can talk about it for a quick second.
When I lower my hand, I'll know that. I'll let you know that the spoilers are done. So yeah, basically on the very last segment, when they do will WWE talk about it, the last thing they mention, CM Punk's UFC debut. Like, will we talk about it? Yes, assuming it actually happens.
Yeah, they went hard. It was great.
They've been putting everybody on blast. I love this show.
The entire.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Spoilers are done.
Okay.
The entire show was great.
Yeah, I just love how this isn't a spoiler, but I just love how in like every episode they put someone on blast.
The first episode was
They put Damian Sandow on blast, and WWE says that didn't happen.
Was on and off. Okay, the first episode was they needed to get their legs under them. Okay, but once that second episode hit, all the way through. Okay, each episode has gotten better and better and better, culminating in the last one where it was, it was really good.
I was like, oh, burn.
Yeah.
Oh, burn. And speaking of the WWE Network, I know I mentioned this a moment ago. Has anyone else seen the first episode of Camp WWE?
I'm actually not very interested.
So you saw it and you're not interested, but you just haven't checked it out, and you have no interest.
I have no interest.
I saw it. I'm not gonna watch again. There was. I got a chuckle here and there. Okay, but this was stupid.
I feel like they didn't do enough with the actual premise.
Yeah, it's like you have all these like the promos. The promos made it look like something interesting and somewhat funny, but then you watch it, it's the full half-hour version, and no, it's a crappy cartoon.
I think there might be something here. Like if we keep, I'm gonna give it another episode or two.
I can't
just to give it a legitimate shot here.
I'm just not. It just didn't catch my attention. The commercials were not selling me. I was just like, yeah, no.
Looks like it had potential, but again, it seems
I'll just
like
wait for Mick Foley's show.
Oh yes,
that's my response. I'll just wait for Mick Foley.
Do we know when?
Because we know that show's gonna be great.
I don't think they announced it.
They normally don't announce.
It'll probably be for the summer.
They'll do the commercials, but they won't announce the actual start date.
It'll probably
until like a week beforehand.
Just watch. The first episode is going to be like after SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because they normally start after a
pay-per-view. First episodes are usually after a pay-per-view.
Except for was Camp WWE after the pay-per-view or after?
Yes, it was.
Okay. It was after the pay. It's been a long week.
It's been a while.
And it's been a long week, and that was a part of it because that was a long 30 minutes. I sat through it. I'll never sit through it again. I can't do it. You get one episode to give me a reason to come back, and this particular show on the WWE Network did not give me that reason to come back for another couple of episodes.
Right on.
As like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was the same thing with Edge and Christian show. The first show I wasn't very impressed with the first episode, but I was like, there was enough here that I will give it a couple more episodes, but I can't.
This one I won't really care about spoilers. What was the episode about?
Basically, little John Cena gets homesick, and Vince McMahon wants to stop the kids from getting homesick. So he's just like, and Triple H and Stephanie are camp counselors, so they're like, yeah, make sure the kids are happy, and make sure they don't leave. So that's basically the whole premise of the thing. So
So they had that little clip of Vince McMahon like hunting John Cena
Yeah, so
and
basically,
saying his sexy ass or
Because
something.
John Cena basically runs
away.
And that was
And
a
Vince
scene
McMahon
from
is
that.
trying to hunt a child John Cena down because Vince McMahon is like I'll wait for you. I'll wait till you're older, but I gotta hunt you down.
Gotta hunt you down.
Yeah,
I gotta hunt that ass down.
And
You're sick, Vince.
there were a
You're
couple
sick.
there were a couple chuckles to be had.
I got to admit, there was one part where just to make sure that the kids stay where they are, Stephanie and Triple H told the kids that their parents were dead.
Yeah, I thought that was
and all the kids,
that was great.
and all the kids were like, "No," and Undertaker's like, "Really?"
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that was a bit where I was like, "Heh, you got me."
And then the Undertaker runs like a funeral for all the kids' parents, and he's just sort of sitting there, very calm and very happy, just like we are gathered here today.
So
It's
that
like,
little
yo,
bit,
your parents are dead. No, I killed my parents. That's what Undertaker should have said, because storyline wise, he actually did.
Yes, he did.
so you had the
But that got a chuckle out of me.
That and the Sergeant Slaughter button.
Those were the chuckle-worthy moments, but in a half-hour episode, that's not enough.
I've already dealt with the Sergeant Slaughter button. You already kicked my ass once.
Yeah,
but not in button form.
But not in button form.
If it was a short,
no, he literally did kick my ass.
If it was a 5 to 10 minute short, and you had that bit, so that was like the main bit, I would be like, cool.
So you were saying if it was Robot Chicken length?
Yeah. Which and it's isn't like the creator creator of so it's like if he had done it as like Robot Chicken style, then it would have been great, but they stretched it out into a half hour, and this kind of show is not the kind of show that can last for a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have enough funny bits. They tried too hard, and it shows.
I don't know why, but this just popped into my head. Imagine they have one episode with the kids watching the Hulk Hogan wrestling cartoon from the 80s.
Oh god,
that would be extremely freaky. So yeah, I'm still gonna give it at least one more shot. Hey, it's Seth Green. I think there's still a shot.
Let me know if the second episode is good.
I indeed shall.
But as of right now, can't do it anymore.
Hey, I will see. I will report back to you. In the meantime, did anyone happen to see NXT this week?
Indeed I did. For one particular reason.
We got Eric Young now.
TNA is just losing everyone.
Jeez.
Because TNA can't pay anyone.
Yeah, this is like the territory raids all over again.
That picture of Dixie Carter crying, that should be the TNA logo now.
Never been more appropriate.
TNA, okay,
or Impact Wrestling, whatever the hell.
These two, whatever, same shit. Really. TNA, okay, owes Eric Young and Bobby Roode just by themselves. Okay, each 6 figures.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I was like, "Are you serious?"
So. What do they expect? These are the top guys on their roster. Okay? And they can't pay... This is ECW all over again. Except worse. Because I don't think Paul Heyman owed anyone $6,000. 6 figures worth of money. I don't think he was that...
God, just let Triple H buy the company, merge it with NXT... Kick out whoever he doesn't want in his company, Hardy Boys.
Yeah,
I don't know. Matt and Jeff would still be a draw.
Not to Triple H. I think Jeff Hardy kind of burned enough bridges.
I think he burned something else.
That too.
Drugs.
All right, that's anyway. But yeah,
about Eric Young specifically. I actually just caught up on his episode. I always did like Eric Young, I'm surprised to see him develop it as much as he has in recent years.
Yeah, because a couple of years ago when he was the laughing stock of TNA.
Who knew, right?
Yeah. And then he got all mountain man and hardcore with himself. And he had been a force the last couple of years.
Yeah, won the TNA title. It was like, whoa.
Yeah,
I want to see Shark Boy. I don't know why.
Because it's Shark Boy, man. It's Shark Boy.
And I want to see him and Austin have a little confrontation, and then he'll do the Austin impression, but not try and be Austin like what he did before.
Oh man, I always loved Shark Boy. I
I
got his
Shark Boy.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Shark Boy, boom.
There you go.
Autographed picture, Shark Boy.
I love it.
I got it.
Yeah.
When I actually met the guy, he was actually selling Shark Boy tie-dye shirts, and to this day, I'm still so pissed off that I didn't buy one when I had the chance.
Robbie Rage, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me. Shame on me.
Go eat your Robbie Rage cookies.
I will. But in the meantime, yeah, Eric Young. I really only have one question: how far is he going to go?
Not very far.
If he gets up to the main roster, I could see United States title. Maybe a token
I could see him in
Intercontinental title.
I could see him even in a tag team.
Bring back the Bobby Roode and Eric Young tag team.
That one may be a stretch. I see them actually being more invested in Bobby Roode than Eric Young.
That is a fair assessment.
I could see that, yeah. But
Sit in the chair.
Yeah, I think that Eric Young has a ceiling in the WWE, and that's like a United States title.
But in the meantime, do you think he could win the NXT title?
NXT title, yeah, I can
when
see
Joe is up, when Joe's on the main roster.
I can see Joe and Eric Young.
They're going to need another big face because eventually Finn Balor is going to get called up.
I can see Joe and Young going at it for a little while.
But if you're looking for top face, it'll probably be a toss-up between, I guess, Young and Nakamura.
Yeah, true. That's true. But again, not even then. Nakamura is sort of up in the air for me because with the amount they're paying him, I'm not sure. In my eyes, it's still up in the air as to how long they're going to keep him in NXT. Then again, I keep hearing that they do want to build up their NXT brand, so maybe they'll keep him down there for a while. I don't know. But either way, in my eyes, it still seems like NXT needs some more good faces. And I think Eric Young is a really surprising and very welcome addition. I think it's awesome.
And this is actually a good transition to the only Scholar's Quick Talk I have for you.
Beat me
gentlemen.
to my next question. What you got?
Since Eric Young is now on the NXT roster, simply put, who do you want to see as the next TNA guy on NXT?
Next TNA. Does Christopher Daniels still count?
No, he's not in TNA.
Well, honestly, I've been a huge Chris Daniels fan for years and years and years. I want to see him to get some capacity of a WWE run. And outside of that,
I'd say bring Drew McIntyre back.
I thought he was in Insane Championship Wrestling.
No, he's the TNA champion at the moment. He's the TNA World Heavyweight
hold
Champion.
On, back it up. I take it all back because I think we know who really needs to come in to NXT.
Grotto!
Thank you.
You know what? I actually forgot. Wait, is he in TNA?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's great. Grato's in TNA.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Complete.
He can actually fill
Complete
in
with like a prayer theme music.
There's
it doesn't work. It doesn't work if he doesn't have that theme
WWE
music.
has the money; they can do it.
Yeah.
But do you think they actually would? And besides,
yes, they would.
Hey, if they made No Way Jose work, they can make Grado work.
And you know what? I can actually see him filling the Santino Marella spot.
Exactly. He's a comedy guy that can actually be taken seriously.
Just watch. He'll pull a Santino and be the last guy in one of the last two guys in the Royal Rumble.
I never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
Now I want to see a WWE crowd singing like a prayer. I want to see that now.
Yeah. Now that you've put it in our heads, it's stuck there. It's never going away.
Hire Grado.
Okay,
hire him just for a night, even just for a random Royal Rumble
Give
appearance.
him the blue pants treatment.
Just for a random Royal Rumble appearance. Just have like a prayer playing. He dances around the outside of the ring doing like a prayer. Goes in, immediately gets eliminated. Bam! You want your Santino Marella comedy moment? There it is.
Oh, brother!
No one will ever top the Santino. No, that will just hurt.
Santino is Santino. Grado needs to be Grado.
But I will say the Grado, Drew Galloway, and Christopher Daniels, even though he's not in TNA, those three would actually be an awesome addition to NXT.
Mm-hmm. Big time. But you know what? Eventually, we gotta turn it over to what you, the audience, thinks. The real wrestling fans. What do you think? Who should really go to WWE? What do you think of what Ryback said? What do you think of Camp WWE? Whatever you think, just let us know through all the usual channels. Leave us a comment on this video. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you want to hear more every single weekend. Of course, you can also follow us for our latest updates on our Facebook page. Just look for us at The Scholars of Wrestling Show. And as always, you can also follow us on our Twitter machines. You can follow us on our main Twitter feed for all of our latest episode updates. Follow us at ScholarsOW. And of course, you can also check us out on our individual Twitter feeds. Fool, where are you?
I'm at the Avataric.
Other Fool, what do you got?
I'm at Atomic Beanpole.
And I'm Robbie Rage. All one word, no apostrophe. Just I am Robbie Rage. So yeah, I believe that's everything we've got for this week's episode of The Scholars of Wrestling. What else can we say? But you know who we are. We're the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
Let's get to WWE Hire Grado already. Or is it Grado? I don't
when
know.
When you call my name, it's like a little prayer.